Redneck Gaming in there now. Well, shout out there, Redneck Gaming. 1616. Fractal 19. This here's the Redneck Gaming.
We're live?
Yes, we're live.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. We had a great stream Monday, so hopefully we can keep that heat up today. Today we are doing a customer build, and we are going to be announcing the next giveaway PC.
Yes, Kyle did claim the Centurion, so.
Yeah, Kyle made it, guys.
Kyle got it.
Wasn't in stream, but Kyle made it.
And then, the giveaway has already actually launched, but we'll go over the specs of that because we haven't announced the specs.
Yeah, we'll do the specs at the end. And then the Gleam is up though, right?
The Gleam is up. I'll get the link in chats.
So
in a few minutes, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, entries are live. Brad will set the link out.
If you're impatient, you can head to our website, alexanderpcs.com, hit the giveaway tab, and you'll find the link in there. You can enter straight from there.
Yep. So yeah, they are entries are live. We're just gonna announce the actual specs of the machine. Everyone knows who was here Friday. It is in a custom painted Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag case, but we just haven't shown the innards yet. But yeah, for now we are doing just a customer build. This is an Auxilia. It is our entry-level esports gaming machine. So we were going with a ASRock B760M Pro Wi-Fi. And I believe they went Intel, so yeah, that's gonna be the i3 12100F. Again, if you're just doing esports, Counter-Strike 2, Valorant, anything like that, Fortnite, it is a great CPU. Oh yeah, the case is incredible. Yeah, if you guys go on to our site, if you guys go on to the Ready the Ships, we might still have photos of the Assassin's Creed flag up, or the Assassin's Creed case up, so you guys can actually see it right now. But we decided we wanted to turn that into a giveaway system, so we are actually changing what's inside. So I wouldn't look at the spec list just yet, but at least you can see the photos of the system. Get this little i3 out of here. Oh, guys, I am going to ask everyone to cool it on the hydrates. I was actually just like the whole drive home from work, I was just rumbling. Dude, I was so stuffed. I couldn't even eat dinner Monday night. Well, I think you guys had me go through like 3, almost 4 water bottles in like an hour. And so this person did upgrade. I think they went to our tier 3 Auxilia. So that means they're going to get 32 gigabytes of RAM at 3600 mega transfers. And then a RTX 4060. If you do the tier 1 Auxilia, it comes with 16 gigs and a RX 6600. Still a very good system. The 6600 still for 1080p is a GPU that will pretty much play anything. Especially if you're just targeting that smooth like 1080p 60. And for just gaming, 16 gigs of RAM is really all you need. But that 32 will let you have, you know, a few more Chrome tabs open. Not too many, but just a few. And then looks like they also upgrade storage. So normally you're going to start off with a 1 terabyte drive. But whenever you do an order with us, if you ask when you get that order confirmation email, you can upgrade storage. So this person is adding a second 1 terabyte drive. So they're going to be starting off with just 2 terabytes, which honestly with games nowadays, 2 terabytes is a pretty good starting point. Brad just stepped out for a second.
Gotta say his name, man.
Oh, dude, they're already fucking redeeming hydrates. What do you got?
Gotta say his name.
Jesus. I've been there, man.
I know, that's totally. You guys can see it on screen.
This bit, yeah, it's there. Alright, I took that drink. I don't know if you could see it behind TJ's phone, but I did hydrate.
I mean,
It's fuzzy.
it's fuzzy.
It's basically just how grown men will just take a whole family box of Oreos and eat it themselves.
The guy that says he buys a family size thing in work. The video, it's just me.
2 terabytes should be the standard. What with how big games are now, ridiculous. I mean, some games I do think deserve the size. Like if you see like Red Dead Redemption 2, like that being over 100 gigabytes makes sense. But then some games like the Battlefront Classic Collection being 70 gigs and it looks like a PS2 game still, that makes no sense to me. Yeah. 2 terabytes though, I mean, the good thing is storage has come down. I mean, I remember when I first got, when I got my first NVMe SSD, it was like a 256 gigabyte 950. I think those were like $150 or something, maybe more. That was for 256 gigabytes. Now you can spend 150 and you can get a really good just 2 terabyte SSD. Must be bloatware on that game or spyware. Ooh. Yeah, I honestly have no idea. But yeah, I know they didn't even like really redo textures. They just, you know, when you would get a game on PS3, that'd be like HD collection. It was really just upscaled to be 1080p. That's kind of what this game looks like. It looks like it was just upscaled. And so why it's 70 gigs, I have no idea. I can't tell you. Then Call of Duty's another one I hear about a lot, is that Call of Duty will be like 100 gig freaking updates. And all they do is like add a new map or something like that. I don't know. I haven't played Call of Duty in so long, so I am not up to date with it. Yeah, dude, 16 megabytes on PS2. Dude, I still have my PS2, and like, what was it? I had 2 memory cards. There was like the red and blue, and they were the see-through plastic. And yeah, those things were cool. And if you were a bad kid, your parents would get you the tiny like 8 megabyte Mad Catz ones. So, and cooling this, we are going with the Thermalright Assassin. This thing is a little overcooled on the 12100F, but the reason we do that is because of upgradability. So with this cooler, you can upgrade to a higher end CPU, no worries, down the road with us, and you won't have to pay to upgrade your cooler in any way. And it's always nice just to have a third-party cooler, just so you know you really are going to get those boost clocks out of the CPU. And honestly, Thermalright has been absolutely killing it when it comes to price to performance. Like how cheap their coolers are for how well they do. I've seen a lot of people like building their first computer, especially friends, and they're picking up Thermalright. I actually had 2 friends who picked up Thermalright when they originally wanted a Noctua because they just saw how good it was for the price. You remember that? Dude, yeah, the see-through memory cards were the best. Then I still remember like each game had its own like icon, like 3D icon. So when you went into your storage settings on PS2 for the memory card, you would actually see like Jack's head from Jack and Daxter or something floating around. Honestly, those were the good old days. Yeah, great reviews. Replaced my V-True 5 with a Peerless Assassin recently. I mean, the V-True is also price performance. If you're on like a starter CPU, that V-True is still really good. But yeah, the Peerless Assassins are great. ID Cooling's been doing really good with their, what is it, the A620, which is kind of like their answer for Deepcool's AK620. But ID Cooling's been doing really well, especially with their small form factor coolers. I have like a travel PC, and I picked up the, oh, what was it? Sorry, I accidentally lost something. The IS-55. The IS-55 from ID Cooling. I picked that up for my small form factor build, and that thing is phenomenal. Just think, in a few short decades, new kids will be listening to you talk and roll their eyes towards their new petabyte nano SD cards. Dude, I remember... Oh, I don't even know where I was going to go with this, or like how I was going to word it. Yeah, it's crazy, because even us, like when you look at the computers we had that like landed us on the moon, it was like a few kilobytes of RAM. And that shit took us to the moon. And then now we're sitting here with 2 terabytes of storage, 8-core CPUs, 64 gigs of RAM, and we're using it to like play Fortnite. Like it's wild how much technology advances in like such a short time. I know that PC is a huge upgrade for my GT 730, but will it run big games today like Helldivers 2? Oh yeah, I don't know if this is your build that we're doing, but the 4060 will definitely run Helldivers 2. And then with the 4060 as well, you are getting the new DLSS 3 support. So if the game's not hitting the frame rates that you want, just turn on DLSS in the game settings, and that will definitely hit the frame rates you want. Helldivers 2 is a lot harder to run than you think, though. Even though it is like a multiplayer focused game, like co-op, usually those games are easy to get like almost 200 FPS in on high-end GPUs. Helldivers is still that one that sits at like 90 to 100. But yeah, if you're looking to play at 1080p, 4060, no issue. Yes, I had Tekken 3 online, and it was an avatar of Xiao Yu. And then I don't even remember how. The last Tekken I played, I think, was 4. So, don't remember the name. Delete, it should be the forefront. Yeah, dude. The PS2 days, GameCube game, honestly, like, I started off on Super Nintendo, N64, and PS1. I had an NES still. But the Super Nintendo is where I really started. But I'll still say the PS2 was the best console and the best generation of all time. Because I've always felt like that generation was so creative. There were so many just really good games coming out. Companies were making like new AAA titles. That even bled into like the 360 and like PS3 generation. There were just a lot of new IPs, a lot of new games, everything like that. Super fun, super creative. It felt like there was something new every month. Nowadays, I would say when like the PS4 came out and the Series Xbox One, it kind of feels like games now are just kind of piggybacking over the previous generation. That a little bit. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna set that guy on the GPU. Now it's time to get it in the case. Give me 1 second. I knocked over a little cardboard box. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, I think you're agreeing with me. PS2 was the best era. Yeah, I mean, it was just something great. And, you know, I go back and I play my PS2 still. I've never sold, other than my Wii U, and I eventually got another Wii U. I have never sold a console. So I've always kept all my consoles, all the consoles I've been given by, like, family members. So, like, the Intellivision, all of that. Atari. Never got rid of them. And I'll still go back and play my old games every now and then. And, you know, it's not really nostalgia. I'll go back and play old games, and yeah, the graphics are outdated, but there's something about the games and gameplay. Something was just good back then. It was like, everything was in-depth, but simple at the same time. And then I go back and I play, like, I'll even go back and play, like, Majora's Mask and whatnot. And there was something rewarding how games back then, like, they didn't really hold your hand, like, put a map marker everywhere. They just kind of say, figure it out, and you actually have to go around, talk to NPCs, get the hints, get the clues. You go and play Turok, you don't even know what the plot is right away. Like, you just kind of spawn in and you just start shooting dinosaurs. And I kind of miss that, where every game just kind of gets you right in the action. They don't hold your hand and give you, like, a quest marker, exclamation point over everyone's head. They just kind of gave you, like, free reign over what you wanted to do. And you just had to figure out how to beat it. So that is, like, something, it's kind of coming back with a few games, but that is, like, one thing that was just, like, universal on games back then that I do miss. I do prefer the Wii, Nintendo DS, and 360 era, but the PS2 and GameCube era was fire. Those games aged well. See, I think PS2 was probably my favorite console of all time. 360, PS3 era, I'll say, like, that was the best for, like, multiplayer, because all I had before that really was, like, World of Warcraft and Halo 2. That's really all I played on before that. Oof. But I've always been a single-player guy, first and foremost, so when I just wanted to sit down and just chill and play games, I just think the PS2 was like the most creative and fun era. But I will say 360 and PS3 is what like bred game chat, and that's where game chat really became a thing. And I think 360 is where game chat was at its best. Some people are going to disagree with me on that, but I think lobbies on the 360 days were way more fun and way more entertaining than they are now. Especially if you played like Call of Duty 4 or Halo 3 or Gears. The shit talking that happened in Gears. I like the Tomb Raider game from PS1. Which one are you thinking about on PS1? I did see that, I don't know if it came out, but I did see that they are actually re-releasing the PS1 Tomb Raider games as like a collection on Steam. So with some like slight enhancements, but it looks like they're still keeping it like a PS1 game. And the classic Tomb Raiders were great. I mean, I've tried playing the reboots. I played the first one, and then I started the Rise of the Tomb Raider. But there was something about them that like I couldn't really get into it. I don't know. I don't think they're bad games. There was just something like, nothing bad about it. Something wasn't clicking with me on the new Tomb Raiders. That's why I give that era a slight edge. PS2, GameCube games were maybe a little better. But what happened with multiplayer the next generation was a game changer. Yeah, like definitely. Like the 360 and all that had better multiplayer. But I am still at that classic mindset where if I can sit down with friends, like if I could go back in time, my rationale is if I could go back in time to like 360 days and play Halo 3 in game chat again, or if I could go back in PS2 and do like Budokai 3, Battlefront with like my 3 other friends doing split screen, I would rather go back to like being in the same room with my friends on the couch playing split screen, yelling at them for screen hopping. Like, I don't know, like that's why I will put that on top, because if I think back on what I want to go back to more, I want to go back to that more. Hydrate? Dude, you're not redeeming a bunch of hydrates, are you? You did. Oh. Come on. It's gonna be hard with me to keep up. It's gonna be hard for me to keep up with chat, guys. Because I have to chat and build. So I'm gonna do my best not to miss those hydrates. But you guys gotta give me a breather. Oh, and I hear Brad. He is coming back. But, yo. C06C. Like, dude, let's chill. Chill on the hydrate army, man. They're doing it again, Brad.
The savages.
Brad, best generation of consoles. What do you think it was?
Ooh.
I'm saying PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. Someone in chat is going like 360, PS3, Wii. So the generation after.
My gut immediately went PS2.
Oh, yeah, Brad's on my side.
Yeah, my gut went PS2. There were just so many games on PS2. Like that whole generation.
Dude, Onimusha, Steambot I don't think anyone knows Steambot Chronicles, but Steambot Chronicles. Bouncer, dude. Brad is the first person I've met in my life who has played the Bouncer, and that's instantly the only reason I even started talking to him at work.
Yeah. Likewise.
Kingdom Hearts, man.
Kingdom Hearts.
Squaresoft was peak PS2.
You got Final Fantasy 10.
9.
11.
9 was better than 10.
Well, yeah.
I know.
You know.
I just get sad about
10 was a good. Like,
no, 10 was good. I just always get sad about 10 because it launched right as like the PS2 was coming out.
Yeah.
Like 9 got screwed over by the launch date, and I'll always be sad about that.
10 was good, but I never got very far. I liked the name. He was cool. I was still so confused about I was so confused back then about the Final Fantasies. They were all.
Yeah. I always try to compare. It's really dumb, but whenever I tell like one of my friends about Final Fantasy, I always compare it to like D&D, where it's like they all share the same rule book and core rule set,
Yeah.
but they're entirely different campaigns, like a homebrewed campaign around that
Yeah.
rule set. So I know it's a weird comparison to do Final Fantasy to D&D, but that's what I do because it's honestly it works the best for me.
360 era. That was like the time when online gaming.
Yeah, 360 era did teach me some words I never knew existed before. I'll say that.
I never got into console online gaming. So at that point, I was already doing PC. So I missed out on like the Call of Duty lobbies and PS3 and shit. Because I was, I'd already experienced a lot of that in Counter-Strike.
You know
it
what?
wasn't as toxic, but it was.
I could give you like a historical reenactment of the Call of Duty lobbies, but we'll have to do it off screen. Banned. No,
Browser would you recommend that is good for gaming? I like Firefox.
I actually like Opera GX a lot.
Opera GX is good.
The reason I like Opera GX too, one, it's fast. You can control like hardware speed. So if you actually want to have Opera stop using like CPU or RAM resources, you can set it to that. But the other golden thing is it lets you it has a calendar on the homepage with a list of all the upcoming games. So right when you launch it, I like that I can go to the homepage and see that calendar. So if there's something I forget comes out this month, because like when I was at GameStop, it was easy. I was on top of when everything was coming out. But now I just load up Opera GX and I'm like, yo, this game's coming out in like 3 days. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do like that, but I don't know. I like that Firefox isn't based on Chrome, so I still get one.
How many tabs do you need? Oh,
One.
how many?
Dude, I have like, if I have more than like 4 or 5 open, I like to start the like I'm not a tab person. But I don't know, I just don't like, I'll say it, fuck Google.
Hey dude, I have a Google phone.
You do?
Yeah, I have a Pixel.
Oh, I thought you had a Samsung.
No, I always go Google, man, because they're just cheaper than a Samsung,
They
and
are.
they're kind of just as good. Like
They are.
they're the cheapest. Like them and OnePlus are like the cheapest good phones you can get. Like they're the cheapest, like not crap.
I like Google too because, well, they're phones.
I also like that
Because
Google.
they are modular, so if something breaks, like say your like antenna just takes some shit, you can bring it to a place and they'll be able to replace it. That happens with the Samsung. It's all soldered to the fucking motherboard, and you have to like send your motherboard and your phone into the Samsung, which is dumb. Aimster GT says, "Hey, thanks for the rig build. I just got the notification that it's been shipped."
How long have you been working at Alexander's? I've been here a little over 2 years.
Same with me. I started in January of 2022. Nick started in April.
You were January of 2022?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I was like the last week of January.
Were you?
Yeah. Because I remember I came in and like the first. I came in like a month before Elden Ring came out. That's a weird way to remember it. Because I remember I asked TJ, like, yo, I want to stay home and play Elden Ring. He's like,
I could have sworn you came back like right when Layla came. I
no,
thought you guys started around the same time.
kind of, yeah. But
Elden Ring says it came up.
February.
Okay, February 24th.
And I came in like a month before that.
So maybe you were the like first week of February.
But I knew TJ since October 2020 or September 2020.
Yeah, because you got the 38. Right?
Yeah, because when the 3080s launched, I was on a 1070 Ti and I wanted a 3080. I stayed up all night with my buddy and they launched at 6 a.m. our time. So we just kept spamming the refresh button and it said like coming soon, coming soon. They just went right to sold out. And bots just bought everything.
Yeah.
And I started calling Best Buys. I started calling everyone, and all of them were like, no, we couldn't get anything in stock. I eventually just saw this place. I just looked up PC stores near me, and I saw Alexander PCs, and I was like, I've never heard of this fucking thing. Okay. Call. And this is when TJ was still working at his house.
Yeah.
And he answers, and of course, like, this dude talks to me for like an hour and a half. And I was just sitting there like, bro, do you have one or not? And he's like, oh, yeah, we got one. So he set me up and let me actually have one because he's like, I can tell you're... Well, we talked for an hour. It was actually a good talk. And you could tell I was like an actual gamer who didn't want to, you know, crypto mine or anything. I just wanted to play fucking Cyberpunk when it came out. That was like the big thing that wanted me to upgrade. And yeah, he helped me out and that was great. And then he kept in touch. Like, even before Jacob came in, he texted me called me asking if I wanted to work with him. But unfortunately, I was working like 45 hour weeks, and I couldn't like get off work and then drive out here from work and then go home. Yeah. So I had to turn him down.
Is a Jet from YouTube. Hopefully you're still here. I just saw your thing. Sorry about that. He said, had a question about the Legatus. Is the screen mod on the website saved on the system, or will it be something else?
Oh, so the screen mod is just a separate monitor. It actually reads as a 7-inch monitor, and we route a cable through the back of the case, and it will be powered by USB and HDMI, and you plug it in. So you have to go into your system, set your main monitor as your main display, turn off the taskbar on that monitor, and then you can just use like Wallpaper Engine to put, you know, moving wallpapers and whatever on it. But it's just a monitor.
Sea of Pixie says, how big is Alexander getting? And will there be major changes? So right now we have what? Seven plates? 4 and 5 in the back, 3 in front. So 8, including feet. Yeah, we have 4 tech. No, 3 tech. Right? 4 techs.
I would say 3.5, maybe
Yeah.
less, because like
Well,
Owen and I both do other things. Jacob does other things. Jesse's the only person that's literally all he does.
Okay. Yeah, but E4, and then Tab does programming.
Yeah, Kev does programming. He has built them.
Yeah.
And the one ready to ship kit Kev built sold in like he built it on a Friday and it sold on like the Monday or Tuesday after.
Yeah, I mean, as everyone knows, the economy is rough for everyone right now. So, no major changes, or at least right now.
What type of motherboard and CPU would you recommend? Redneck Gaming. Redneck, real question is, are you using the computer for pretty much just gaming, or are you doing anything else with it? I guess I'd give both. If you're going just gaming or primarily gaming, like you can still do some video editing and stuff like that, but gaming's the main focus. I think the best thing is a B650 board with Wi-Fi, and I always say a Wi-Fi board, just because that gives you Bluetooth as well. So if there are some games like for me, like Dragon's Dogma, Witcher, I will always play those with a controller. And so having Wi-Fi will give you Bluetooth so you can just sync up an Xbox remote. But for gaming, B650 Wi-Fi board and a 7800X 3D. I think that's one of the best combinations for gaming. But if you want to add in like streaming, anything like that, I would go with a B760 for Intel with like an i7. Or if you're doing a lot of stuff, go with a Z790 i7 and Z790 i9. Gaming, B650 Wi-Fi with a 7800X 3D. That would just be my pick. That doesn't mean it's unanimously the best. That would just be my best overall pick. And it just happens to be what I have in my system.
You were thinking about streaming as well.
Streaming as well, I would switch over to, because the thing about the 3D chips is they won't boost clock as high, and they won't use as, they're not as power hungry, and because you don't want to overpower that 3D NAND cache. So if you're trying to stream, you are going to pull a little extra power on that system. Maybe Z790 and an i9 or Z790 and an i7. It depends how serious you are. Because to be honest, I tend to recommend like maybe an i7, a B760 or a Z790 with an i7 chip. No real reason to overclock. If you get a really good B760 board, it will still boost clock enough. And then what you're doing is you can just kind of start a stream, see how it's going, and then you just sort of add to it as it goes, and then eventually you just have a dedicated streaming computer. But 7800X 3D will still stream, but if you're trying to make a lot out of streaming and make like a career path out of it, I would go with an Intel chip on that one.
Yeah, I have the 5800X 3D, and since I swapped over from a 3800, I don't want to say my streaming has been worse at home, but I have had to like limit my frames. Otherwise it drops so many frames. Oh, and speaking of frames,
yeah. So,
but yeah, so Intel's really good for streaming and all that stuff.
yeah, Intel's really good for streaming. I mean, you could even get like a 7900X or 7950X.
Yeah, just not the 3D chip.
Yeah, just not the 3D cache chip.
It'll
TJ
still do it, but
TJ would probably hate that I'm bringing it up. TJ likes the AMD guys. He just likes to shit talk us because we have it.
yeah.
But
Especially Nick.
yeah, TJ likes to shit talk me because I'm an all AMD build.
Yeah.
I have AMD CPU and GPU.
You can always tell when TJ starts bringing up AMD with Nick in the room. He always gets this little twinkle in his eye and his little smirk because he.
Yeah, TJ will be on like, someone will be on like a 4070 Ti getting like 100 FPS. And I'll be on my 7900 XT getting 99.9, and TJ will be like, fucking your AMD machine. Yeah. Jesus, Nick, you bought AMD, that's why. Okay, buddy.
That's so funny. You tell he just gets a little smirk like,
yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking get Nick riled.
But yeah, man, I think the 3D cache chips are the best for just gaming. But honestly, like multitasking, it's hard, man, because like both companies are doing really good. Like I would be, if someone got me an i9 out of nowhere, 14900K, I'd be super excited. If someone got me a 7950X, I'd be super excited. Like I wouldn't sit there and be complaining about either one for a workstation.
Will anything in that PC be affected by power outages, power randomly turning off?
The best thing is just get an actual surge protector power strip.
Yep.
Get that. If you want to be extra safe, it's not like 100% necessary, but you can get a UPS, UPC? UPS
yeah.
Device, which is like a battery, and it's like a batteried surge protector, so you plug your devices into that. If there's a power outage, it'll automatically stay on, so that gives you enough time to like finish your game, get to a save point, and then safely shut down your computer.
Yeah, UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply.
Thank you.
You don't necessarily, like Nick said, you don't necessarily need it A good power supply is power
Surge. Yeah. Just
is really all you need. Make sure you look at reviews. Make sure get one that has like a dollar amount warranty on it. I use Belkin at home. They make some really good stuff. The power strips I have at home will actually like cut all power to the power strip once the surge protection is doesn't work anymore. So that's really nice. It sucks that you can't use it anymore, but you know your stuff is going to be safe.
But Brad said the key thing. Yeah, get a good one. Also, if it is a power strip, not all power strips actually are surge protectors too. So make sure it is a surge protector.
Yeah, Belkin on Amazon, that's usually who I go with. They make some really good ones.
Because like, yeah, and unfortunately guys, since it is outside of our, I don't really know how to word it, but unfortunately our warranty, it is a very good warranty, and I'm not just saying that because I work here, but it does not cover if there's a power outage and anything happened, just because that's usually like not a repairable component if it's been fried. So the companies we work through, like Asus and stuff, they wouldn't even collab with us to do an RMA process on the device anyways. So it is, and we have had a few customers already that have called and emailed us saying like, hey, there was a thunderstorm last night and my power went out and now computer no go. And it just really sucks. So like anyone out there, if you have a PC, you're looking to get one, even if you just have a nice TV, even if you have a PlayStation, get a surge protector. And if you're super nervous and you're one of those like extra mile people, get a UPS.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Jackal?
You can, I just like Googled Belkin surge protector, $25.
Yeah, they're not crazy.
They're not long, they're not expensive. $25, you're safe. Yeah, I have my PC hooked up to a surge protector, my TV's hooked up to a surge protector, my wife's computer's hooked up to a surge protector. Pretty much anything that I care about is hooked up to a surge protector.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's up, Jackal? Oh yeah, I wanted to set that up. All right, thanks for hanging out, Indie Games. See you next time, dude.
That's a Purdy machine. Yeah, I actually, you know what? Deep Cool's been doing a really good job on there. I mean, hey, he said it looks pretty, and I just realized the front panel isn't even back on it. But yeah, Deep Cool's been doing a really good job on the MATX machines.
This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
The streaming thing?
Yeah.
I never used it. I just knew it was one of the services.
I use that split. I really like them. They were really cool. It was a monthly sub though.
I was always OBS. But like I also don't stream like that often. I stream with my friends. I want to get back into streaming like after work. But
I hear you.
I mean, if chat here came out and chilled with me, I'd definitely stream a bit more after work. The thing that's hard for me on ever starting streaming is like balance, because like I could stream like a multiplayer game. Like I could sit there and stream Helldivers, let's say. But if I'm playing Dragon's Dogma or Baldur's Gate or like, you know, any sort of single player RPG, like I would not be able to stream that, because like I just kind of want to sit there. When I play those games, I just want to zen out and
Yeah.
hydrate.
Feel that.
CO6, we were just talking about this, dude. I said calm down.
Pacific Junior said, my PC has gone through 4 power outages. I have surge protectors not just for my PC, but also my Xbox Series X, TVs, and my wife's PS5. We've had bad experience one day where my wife's PS4 got fried. Learned our lesson, invested in a protector. If anyone wants a link and one to invest in for my PC, just whisper me. So yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing that was just kind of like a norm in my house. Like even when I had like just N64 and a Super Nintendo hooked up, my mom had those old like 1980s surge protectors that were just white. They were kind of yellowing,
Yep.
but they were white with just a red switch on them.
Yep.
And she was always like, if you plug anything, if you ever have an outlet that you're gonna use, we just buy one of them and hook it up there. The only thing that doesn't have a surge protector the only thing I never had a surge protector growing up for was like the kitchen, like toasters. And
Yeah.
shit. But yeah, every other room in the house, even like the bedroom
What's
for
up,
our
gaming?
lantern plug-in and stuff, we had surge protectors.
Gaming Susie, how's it going? First time chatter. Welcome to the Empire. Or the Gaming Sussy, I don't know. Either way, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Honestly, I just kind of build PCs and talk shit with everyone. So if there's any questions you want to bring up, games you want to talk about, PC hardware, I don't know. Bring it up. Talk. It's fun.
Bears Junkie on YouTube says, I have a APC UPS, but I'm down in Tampa, the lightning capital of the world. I did not know that.
I figured maybe hurricanes. I did not.
Yeah, I didn't think
lightning.
lightning.
I thought lightning was like would have been Midwest.
Yeah. Every holiday you drink water.
Hey, you drink water. I drink.
That wasn't a sip. He faked it.
That was you. Yes, it was real. Don't even try this, Brad. Don't play these games. I'm a man that has his convictions, and I drink the water.
Fraud.
I hate everyone. One day when they're like, Nick's no longer with us, guys. Oh, I mean, he quit because of the damn hydrates. Can you imagine? I could see TJ pulling that on someone.
He was drowning from the inside.
No, for real though, I just said that, but I can actually see TJ pulling that joke. Like, if someone like just quit, I could see him being like, I hate to say this, guys, but they're no longer with us.
Yeah.
And just make everyone freak out, be like they quit yesterday.
Oh, no one donated. We can just say hydrate.
So I
He
felt
said, he said it was from like 10 minutes ago. You didn't. You tricked me. Okay. Well,
Brad, I'm relying on you, dude.
my bad, Nick.
You're my guy in a chair.
And I duped.
So now I could have done a fake sip and it would have been fine. I never thought people would have fun just watching a man drink water.
Apparently, it's becoming a national pastime.
Yeah, dude. Brad, we call him. He's our guy in the chair.
Wait until you have to build a custom loop and we make you drink radiator water.
Dude, I can't remember the last time we did a custom loop on stream.
It's been a long time.
Because normally that's divided in the different days. It's usually divided, like whenever there's been like a custom loop on stream, it's like one whole stream is dedicated to just like blocking everything. Then one whole day is set to putting it together. Then one whole day is set to like tubes.
Alright, Pacific Junior has a request.
What is the request?
Says, Brad, could you say, I told you, Dave, I never lose.
Yeah, but put a lot of feeling into it, Brad.
Told you, Dave, I never lose.
That's right. There we
Is
go.
that better?
Yeah, for people who aren't classically trained actors, I would say that was pretty good.
I'll take it.
We ain't no Shia LaBeoufs.
Do it. Yeah. Bears Junkie says we get more lightning strike, not necessarily more lightning.
Wait, what?
The Tampa.
Oh, I guess maybe like, yeah, because there's like heat lightning technically,
Yeah,
which doesn't touch.
that's crazy.
Heat lightning, or they also call it like what, mountain lightning?
Mountain lightning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like another name for heat lightning.
Oh. We want all the Alexander team to take a picture of them hydrating.
Oh,
We need to get sponsored by like Gatorade or something.
no, body armor. I'll choose body.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I'll take body armor.
We got to do the. Do you remember the old Gatorade commercials?
Yeah, when
Where
people
they
were
were like
sweating blue.
and it was blue.
I never really got that.
That commercial that we shot with Jacob, where he was sweating while doing the cable management. Do you remember that commercial?
Yeah.
That was my inspiration. I really wanted to turn his sweat a different color,
And you realize it's hard?
and then I was like, nah.
Dude, I would have hated that. Dude, you know how like athletes will like cover the coach in Gatorade? I would kill my entire team if they did that. Can you imagine how fucking sticky you would be coming home? I hate the feeling of sticky.
Yep.
And someone's
dude.
gonna turn that into a joke.
You,
Someone's gonna turn that into a joke. I hate that I said that. But dude, it would just that would suck.
they just take showers.
It
there,
doesn't
man.
seem fun.
Who's at the office now? I think it's
Everyone.
everyone except TJ. TJ left.
Oh, TJ left?
Yeah.
This guy.
How big is Alexander headquarters? I think it's about 8,000 square feet.
And yeah, I was gonna say aggressively average warehouse.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a nice like front office, break room, everything. You guys should have seen the last place.
Yeah. This is
I
definitely.
missed the last place a bit.
I kind
sometimes.
of do.
Yeah, I missed the last place just because it was so easy to talk to people.
Yeah.
And sometimes the music here, dude, Jesse will be like 10 feet from me and I can't hear a word he's
I
saying.
know. Dude, I don't know how Kevin worked.
He already has tinnitus too.
Does he really? That's probably why he does it. Is there any female PC builders at Alexander? Nope.
No, one of our admins tried. Amanda, I
Yeah.
think, tried building a PC.
I think Layla did too.
I don't remember that, but yeah, I know Amanda wanted to.
Yeah.
But no. But it's also one of those things like I don't think we've had. I think every time a female has applied here, it's been for the administrator. I don't think
Yeah.
any of them have applied. I don't think we've had a single like female apply to be even a tech.
No. But
Female builders. Now that I think about it, even on like the YouTube world, is there a female builder? Like a huge, like I'm saying, like is there like a huge like female builder? Because I know
I don't
Jay,
know.
there's Linus, there's Bitwit, there's Paul's Hardware. I mean, Nerd Foundry, she's awesome. The Norwegian girl.
yeah.
And she doesn't really build computers, but she does like arts and crafts. But she's done some cool ass shit where she made like a fantasy house, like an old medieval
Oh,
high
that's
fantasy house, and she puts a PC inside of it. Like, she's done that
That's
stuff. That's cool. So maybe that slightly counts.
Jekyll says there's a few. Yeah.
And then I know there's one, I can't remember her name, but she does keyboards. And now I'm trying to remember.
That's cool. I'd like to try to get into keyboards. That just sounds like a fun hobby.
It is fun. It is, yeah. I love it. It's expensive though.
Yeah.
Because you'll sit there and be like, keyboard's done, and then you look at keycaps and like a good quality keycap is $100 for a set, and you're like, oh, God. And then you sit there and you're like, I want all of them.
Don't do it, Brad. What am I doing? What did I say? Oh, keyboards.
Hey man, I love I thought about having a nice little old school kindergarten show and tell day where I bring my keyboard stuff in, because I've been bragging about it to Brad, because I just finished like completely like tearing my keyboard apart and rebuilding it and modifying it. And I believe I have made the best sounding keyboard out there. And I'll die on it.
Ocean Ship says, thank you so much. I love my PC from you guys.
No, thank you
Hell
so
yeah,
much.
dude.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
That is not the current giveaway anymore, Levy.
Yeah, Kyle got it.
I need to update that thing, but I'm not signed into Streamlabs on this computer. Let me get the real Gleam.
Why is this power supply box such a bitch to pick up? There we go. That was easy.
There you go.
I pre-ordered the Wooting. Yeah, Wooting's really great. I mean, when it comes to gaming, Wooting is like one of the best. I also really like, if you like those analog, when it comes to sound, I think that's the only thing that's ever got me on the Wooting is the sound profile, which is all subjective. Didn't really hit me like the typing experience, but the gaming experience is phenomenal. Another one I would look at is the Boog. The Boog is just great by Melitrix, the Boog 75. That's another one that's like an analog based switch. But I haven't gotten to use the Boog yet, but I just know Melitrix makes amazing keyboards.
Does everyone at APC have equally powerful PCs? I feel like we're all pretty close.
I mean,
Maybe not so much Owen.
Well, Owen and Kev both have like a 3060 Ti build.
Do they? Okay.
But I would say everyone at APCs, aside from our admin, Liz, everyone has a computer that meets their needs. Because that's the thing, I hate like, what do you call it? Like power flexing. Because there's kind of like, Kev has a 3060 Ti and he's playing at 1080p. That's all he needs.
Yeah.
If he had like a 4080 for that, I would just tell him his money was better spent elsewhere. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying, like, so the power flexing is like, yeah, everyone has a super powerful system. Some have, like, you know, technically more powerful systems than others, but for what each of us are doing, all of our computers are great. And for the most part, yeah, we all build our own.
Mm-hmm.
It's this place we work at that does help us hook us up every now and then when we need it. Here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Brad.
I was like, what?
No, I worded that very poorly, man.
Yeah.
That's on me. Yeah. Everyone here is someone that also, besides Owen, I think, and Jacob, actually.
Yeah. Jacob,
And Kevin. I think Jacob, Owen, and Kevin, everyone other than those three, had some experience, like, building their own computer before they started here.
I know Jacob is
Yeah, Jacob, I remember, said, dude, I just made pizzas.
Yeah.
And stuff. But I mean, learning to build a computer, like just the knowledge of putting it together, is really simple. The hard part is like understanding everything. And I think that's where, but that's something like working here, they learned it pretty fast.
Yeah, PC stuff definitely isn't hard. I mean, just like everything, there is like a little bit of a learning curve, but actually just building a PC, you don't need to know anything about it.
Yeah, Jackal looked into the Boog as well. Yeah, I love Melitrix, Jackal. Actually, the board I'm using right now, at least the base, the housing, is the Zoom 75 from Melitrix. And dude, their quality is just great. But like I said, Wooting's also phenomenal. Like their switches are just crazy. Wooting and Boogs are basically cheat codes, like legal cheat codes for games. So working there is well paid that you can do for a few years. I mean, that's another one, pretty subjective. Everyone has their own needs and wants. I will say, however, we're in Illinois, no one's paid enough, dude, for how expensive stuff is here. Because what? Houses are supposed to be 3x income. And the average person is making, let's say the average person's making like 35, 40 a year maybe.
Let's see.
And then you find some like little tiny house and it's $200,000. Like it's insane. So, how's the Melitrix software? I actually don't use the Melitrix software. The only thing I added that was Melitrix to my keyboard was just their LCD screen for the keyboard, and that is really easy. It's just connects to your phone. So it has a little Bluetooth connector in it, connects to your phone, and you can just upload GIFs, all that to the screen. But I haven't used their software. I've had no reason to like change macros or anything, because I do play like Final Fantasy 14 and stuff, and because of that I have a separate macro pad. When it comes to the Boog, I have no idea though. I was totally thinking about my Zoom board. Boog, I have no idea. That is like, I have not used that board personally. I just know Melitrix in general is great. I just realized that the software would be different from the Boog, for the Boog than the Zoom series, just because it is an analog board. Yeah, I spent like 4+ hours on my first build, but like 3 hours was trying to find where a certain cable went, and it turns out not everything needed to be plugged in. It was for some optional RGB. Yeah, dude, we get that too. One of the cases, great case for like airflow and what it is, but our Peltas, the Starker Air, that is one that has like 20 front panel cables, and you only need one of them. And it's all optional stuff. That PC name should be that Austin, or do I have to do that?
We'll do it for you. We got it written on the spec sheet.
Oh, okay. I see what's happening there.
Yeah, because the order's under Brandon.
No, yeah. No, I was really dumb. And I was like, is he trying to change the Auxilia to the Austin? So I was like, that's actually way better.
Yeah.
The Austin.
We'll have to bring that up next meeting. Name it
Bring
after
it up.
CO6C. The Austin. Dehydrator.
Thank you so much. This means so much. No, dude, thank you for purchasing a PC with us. I mean, like, I'm just being honest. Like, there are bigger SIs out there, like, that are more well known. So the fact that you found us and you like what we do and you picked up from us, like that, honestly, we're gonna thank you far more than you can thank us. So that's one thing I wanted to say too. Like, the fact we might not have like, you know, a giant 100-person staff. We are a smaller team, but one of the things is like everyone, like we were talking about, that comes in here, if you want to be a tech, TJ kind of does make sure that you like gaming and you play games and you like PCs and you do that, because we want everyone to come here to be someone that actually isn't just here for a paycheck and to go home. So
Yeah,
we might be a smaller team,
shop.
but we're all people that genuinely care about computers, the quality of it, the performance of it. Like, to a degree where like I've even like, not like had arguments, but I've even like, when TJ's done models, I've like disagreed with him and been completely honest about it. Like, hey, like with this CPU, we should be using this GPU and this mount and all that. Like, so everyone here does care about it. So we might be less people, but I would say as a whole, we are more passionate about computers, because I'm assuming like a lot of SIs who are huge and they have 100+ employees, they'll take in someone who just comes from McDonald's and be like, I'm just looking for a new part-time job, and they just take it and then they just build it, put it. Like, I'm not saying they're bad anyways, but I feel like there's a difference when you have people that genuinely like going in and doing what they do. Quality over quantity. Yeah, I mean, that's another reason too why the computers, like, you know, we've had some complaints like, why is there like a 10-day right now, like waiting period on a build. And it's because we are a smaller team and we do sit there and we're not going to pump a build out in like 30 minutes. We're going to take our time. We're going to make sure everything looks neat. Cables are combed. Cables look neat. So, and that's not even like a necessity really. It's just because that's what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse's another one of our employees. Dude, he takes better care of the customer PCs than his own. Like he will sit there meticulously, I can't talk, but methodically cable manage customer builds. And then his home computer, he's like, fucking just throw it in there. Throw it in there, it works. I'll never see it.
Is a jet? Yeah, if you like that image on the screen mod for the Legatus, we can put that on there for you. That's no problem. It's that Spartan.
Is it the American flag one or this the yellow red?
I think it's the Spartan. It's on the 7-inch screen mod.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's the one wallpaper. Oh, is it the one of him jumping with the speeder?
No, the other one. Just ahead.
Yeah, is it the red, white, and blue one or the yellow, blue, and red one?
I think it's yellow, blue, red that's on there.
That one is cool.
It's very poppy.
Is there an APS warehouse tour? That would be cool.
Yeah, we actually do have a video on YouTube. We did like a little.
It's a goofy video.
Yeah,
dude.
it's a goofy.
It. Yeah.
It's a goofy one.
Not everyone makes an
MTV
appearance.
Cribs.
Yeah, not everyone makes an appearance in it. But yeah, hosted by Kev, our in-house. Everyone loves Kev around here. Everyone on social media loves Kev. So it's hosted by Kev. My favorite part is like Kev walks into the break room. He's like, "This is our break room. This is where we eat." And he just opens the fridge, grabs a beer, and then just keeps walking through the tour. Just pops open a beer. And I'm pretty sure that's like he just bought a 6-pack to take home. So I'm pretty sure like I have to watch the video again, but I'm pretty sure it looks like our fridge is just stocked with beer when it's not. But I think that one video is just the timing of when it was filmed.
Bears Junkie asks on YouTube, does sim racing gear stress out your power supply? Do you think my 3090 is enough to run triple 4K monitor screens at competitive frame rates? By the way, thank you. You guys did a great job on my computer.
3090 triple 4K? I mean, it depends on the game you're playing. Like if you're playing like Overwatch, yeah, like that will run 4K like it's nothing. Or same with Valorant. But if you're looking at something like a little more like I guess AAA graphics.
Would be racing sim, so like iRacing.
iRacing.
I don't
know the performance of iRacing.
Yeah, I don't think iRacing is like super.
Because that's been around forever, dude.
Yeah.
Forza, that might be hard because like, dude, one 4K monitor on something like Forza Motorsport, you might get like 100 FPS on a 3090. So when you are doing 3 4K monitors, the amount of pixels that is insane. So it's hard to explain, like hard to understand. And when it comes to competitive frame rates, I do believe there is a limit on how many monitors you can hook up. So I think you can have 2 4K monitors if it's 240 hertz. So if you plug in a third 240 hertz 4K, it just won't even display. So if you have 3 monitors, I think you have to have them at like 120 hertz, maybe even 60. Because there's only so much bandwidth the lane can take. So that will also affect frame rate.
What about games like WoW?
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I don't know. WoW does get some dips when you're in town.
Yeah.
That game came out in 2004, and even I will still like dip down to like 70, 80 FPS in a town when there's players around. But then you play Classic, and you're sitting there at like 700 all the time, no matter what.
Yeah, WoW's engine really is showing its age.
Yeah. I
mean, it's awesome that it's lasted. Oh my god, this year's gonna be the 20th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's good. But yeah. Thanks for the follow. Oh, Alexander 3 Point. I think that's your name. Thanks for the follow, dude. I've seen videos of newer NVIDIA graphics cards. They have DLS 3 setting in game, which improves FPS. My question is, can I do that for everyone? Yeah, as long as it has DLSS as an option.
One thing I will say, DLSS 3 does sometimes include frame generation as a warning. If you're playing a single player game, frame generation is fine. If you are playing anything multiplayer and you're looking for competitive frames, do not turn on frame generation, because each of those like fake frames, I can't think of a better term, but the fake frames that the AI creates for you doesn't take an input, so frame generation will increase input latency. So it's something that I wouldn't personally turn on for a multiplayer game. So input lag, latency, whatever you want to call it, frame generation does create that. But if you're doing a 3 monitor setup, we've talked about this before. If you're doing like 27-inch monitors, like your standard size monitor, honestly, I would suggest looking at 1440p, because you won't get any really like zero visual difference on 4K. There's just a thing called pixel density if you want to do some research. But basically, pixels are pushed together on smaller displays because it's the same, like 1080p on a 55-inch TV and a 20-inch monitor is still the same pixel count. You're just spreading those pixels apart. So if you take like a phone screen that's 1080p, it looks crisp, but if you take a 55-inch 1080p TV, it doesn't look good. So because of pixel density and pushing pixels together, if you're at like a 32 or 27-inch monitor, 1440p is damn near indistinguishable from 4K. So if you're looking at just monitors, I might recommend, I always tell this, like go with a 1440p monitor, because then on some games, you can just lower that to 1080p if you want an FPS boost. Single player games, you can make 1440 and they look great, and then just get a backup like 4K TV, because a 4K, like, 55, 65-inch TV, that's where 4K is really going to shine. And that tends to be the advice I always give anyone who talks about 4K, is like, I just say 1440p monitor, 4K TV. And then you can do 3 monitors for racing. Frame rate will be a lot better. And visually, it'll be, like I said, damn near indistinguishable. And then you kind of save a little bit of money in your budget too, because one thing also I'll say, the panels are more important than resolution. So you can have like a really cheap 1440p monitor and a really high-end expensive 1440p monitor, and even though they're the same resolution, it'll be a night and day difference on the screen, because just a really good high-quality panel, like if you go with like a TN like 1440p versus like an OLED 1440p, it's gonna look like a 4K in comparison.
Hey, what's up, Daywalking? How's it going? Hello from Illinois.
I have an old Acer. Yeah. I mean, Acer, they still make good stuff. Acer is the one who, they make the Predator line. So Acer can do really good monitors. I have always been an LG fanboy, just because LG is one of those companies that are OEMs for panels. So what that means is LG actually makes panels, and a lot of companies like Asus and stuff like that, they'll actually use LG panels on their monitors. They might like modify it, like I have the new LG OLED. Asus also has an OLED. It's the same exact panel. Asus just took LG's panel and they put a slightly better heatsink on it, so I think you can get 50 nits more brightness. So because of that, I've always been an LG guy. Samsung is also really good. Samsung's been killing it in the monitor game lately. And then I know they're a competitor, but Alienware, the one thing I think that is actually really worth the price for the Alienware name are monitors. Alienware makes some of the best monitors out there, especially if anyone's looking into getting OLED monitors. Then Brad, I just have to cable the graphics card. So if you want to go ahead and start that countdown, the Will It Post countdown, now's the time.
Let's see if I'm signed in.
My PC arrived today for service at APC. Oh, did you have to send your computer in? Damn, dude. Yeah, if you arrived today, chances are, I don't know what the issues were, but if your PC arrived today, we pretty much always work on any repairs the second they come in. And that way, if it's something easy, like just swapping a piece of hardware out, usually it's shipped out that same day or within a day or two if there's nothing crazy going on. But we'll always keep you updated if there's something that you need to swap that we don't have, anything like that. Liz, our admin, is really good at keeping all of our customers up to date on repairs.
All right, guys. Predictions in the top of Twitch chat. Do you think it'll post and have everything work? That means lights are turned on, fans are spinning, and we get the post light if there is one. I don't know if this motherboard has one, but yeah, that's the prediction.
So you are in chat, right? Who we're building this for? What is the first game you're picking up on your build, man?
CO6C.
CO6 is the one we're building this for? That dude was the hydrating guy. Why am I building this computer? That dude's been asking me to chug water all day. I hope I don't get any spillage.
Yeah. I hope I don't accidentally spit this water out.
Yeah, laugh take. Or spit take.
Yeah. Wow, he says.
Sweet.
You lost a rating.
You lost it. I was gonna go 4 stars or 5 stars, but for that comment.
Damn it, Nick. Damn it, Nick. How much for that build there?
This
The Auxilia, I think it's like 1100.
I think it starts at 978
Yeah.
for the tier 1 AMD and 998 for the tier 1 Intel, which is the 6600 variant. This was a tier 3 because it's 32 gigs of RAM in the 4060. I actually don't know that price.
I think it's right around 1200.
Yeah, like it's not, I mean, I guess that's subjective too. I was gonna say it's not super expensive, but then you hear someone say $1,000, someone might find that super expensive. Because, dude, I'm not gonna lie, back in the day when 1080s were $500, you could build like a $1,200 just unit computer.
Yep. My first PC was $750 and I had a 560 Ti. Awesome computer.
What a gem. Oh, listen here, you rat bastard. You are
Definitely
gonna
not
get
like
cabled.
the best of the best, but it was still fucking great. That was when the TIs were actually like super good. Other than they're bad now.
Dude, I always wonder
I think
why.
that was when they first started introducing TIs.
One thing I always want to know is, like, does NVIDIA do a coin flip nowadays? Whether they're going to name something TI or Super. Like, are we doing a TI lineup of the cards or a Super lineup? And they just flip it?
Yeah.
Because it's like a 4070 Super could have just been a 4070. Oh, I guess there is a 4070 Ti.
Yeah.
That sucks. Now I don't sound so clever.
I want to see a Y60 live build from you guys. Yeah, we'll do one.
Let's do it. I'm down to build a Y60.
I love.
Or actually, we do have the new Y70s.
we have the Y70s. That's right.
Which it's pretty much the same case. They just made it a little larger. So, because the Y60s, unfortunately, you were kind of limited to like a 4070 or like an RX 7800 XT, just because you had 3 lanes. But if you put anything like a 4080, 4070 Ti in there, that GPU was up against the glass. Dude, they'd be running at like 90 degrees all the time. So the Y70, it looks the same. They just made it a little bit larger to accommodate GPUs, and they put a touchscreen mod on the front of the case.
Yeah, which is really cool. Maybe we'll build a Y70 one next week.
So,
the Asus Pro Art you have is absolutely beautiful too. How long will it be there for? I don't think we have any plans of getting rid of that one. I think that one's just going to be a straight up like build you can get.
Oh yeah, the vinyl
Yeah.
or the ultraviolet.
Yeah. UV printing.
Yeah. So that's something we are just gonna start doing.
Yeah.
And I think TJ said he's gonna do. This is all like hearsay right now. We're figuring it out. But I think TJ said it's gonna be like every month or 2 months or every season, like you know.
You have a new one?
Yeah, there's gonna be a different design.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. Yeah, no promises. Don't take that as an official announcement.
Yeah, I mean, vinyl wrapping. Customers can pick out their own designs.
Yeah.
That goes on one side panel, but the UV printing, it's really hard to do a single UV print for like a custom because you have to send all the measurements of every panel to the case, and it costs a lot. So I don't think we can do custom orders on UV.
Yeah. And CO6C says sorry about the hydrating. Probably went too far.
No, dude, it's fine. It's just
We was just giving you shit. It's fine. And then first game he said is Helldive.
dude, that's the second
Hell.
one. I think people yesterday were saying Helldivers. That game,
Helldiver is such a cool game.
it deserved to blow up. I actually rebought the first one because I had the first one on PS4 because that's just where my friends were at the time.
Yeah.
I did rebuy the first one because it was like $4 on Steam. So I was like, fuck, I'll go back to it. The first one I still had fun. Like the first one had some good enemies that the second one didn't have. Like the brood mothers or whatever they were. They were like big centipedes that came out of the ground and just like spit acid down on you.
I heard that there's been like
You can see
rumors.
this. Well, you can see the skeletons of them in
Okay.
2. And I do know that Arrowhead did say that like Bile Titans are like tiny compared to what we get to see.
Yeah. I know that they're gonna be releasing new enemies and shit.
Dude, I want to fight huge enemies. You know what game always pissed me off with this? Was Borderlands. So you'd play Borderlands and you would see like skulls lying around Pandora that were like the size of skyscrapers, but you never fought anything that
Yeah.
big. I want to fight something huge. Like what was it? Monster Hunter World when you actually fought what was the name of the monster that was actually like walking through the land that we were trying to stop? And he's like Godzilla sized and you actually have to climb up him. And it was like you were pretty much fighting, like you had a great sword and you're fighting something the size of Godzilla. Like that shit's cool.
Yeah.
I want more of that.
All right, yeah, go ahead and turn it on.
Let's go.
See it.
Bam. And then real fast too, you do have red cables. If you want, computer will be pre-programmed, so you can change the colors through Armory Crate. But if you want, if you want red lights to go with the cables, we can actually write that down and have everything preset to red for you as well. How often do I have to dust? So it's really different for everyone. My rule is buy a pack. You don't need the stick, but buy a pack of the heavy duty Swiffer duster heads, the yellow ones. It's like 10 or 12 bucks for a 10 pack. And just take those out and hand wipe your fan blades and your GPU and all that like once every month or two. Because that will get any dust that's actually caked on off. And that's, like I said, a month or two. And one dust head will last you months. Like every time I buy one of those boxes, it lasts me like over a year. And then get an electric air duster. X-Power or DataVax are good brands on Amazon. Oh, excuse me, burp. All that hydrate, dude. But X-Power, DataVac, those are good electric air dusters. You can get them right on Amazon. Those once a week for like 30 seconds. Just hold your fan and hold your fan still so it doesn't spin and just air dust both sides of it. And then just air dust over the GPU, hold the CPU fan steady, air dust the CPU fan and the heatsink just to get through the fins. So, and that takes about a minute. So like 1 minute a week, just air dust. Then once or twice, or once every month or two, just do a hand dust to get any dust that's actually stuck to the fans. So, and that takes maybe like 5 minutes. So, also, how do I change the colors? There will be, oh no, this is gonna be polychrome because it's an ASRock board. So there will be an app, it's all pre-installed. We set your system up, so right when you get it, you'll only have to install Steam and start downloading stuff. But like all your GeForce drivers, everything like that, that's all gonna be on there. There's going to be an app on here called Polychrome, or it will say ASRock RGB. You just click that app, and they'll let you can change your fan and RAM colors. So, but yeah. I'm getting a proper fight in the next Monster Hunter game. Wilds, dude, I can't wait for Wilds. Wilds is going to be great. The only one, dude, I beat Rise, but I couldn't really get in the Rise. I thought Rise was good.
Was it like World?
Yeah, but for the Switch.
Oh, okay.
It was like, yeah, they kind of, because it wasn't like Monster Hunter like 4 or 3 generations or any of that. It was more like World, but on Switch. But there was just something like, they eventually came to PC and I picked it up and I beat it. But whenever I felt like just replaying Monster Hunter, I went back to World. I just really liked World. Is there anything else on there y'all installed? For example, a system checkup for any issues? So we do have benchmarks on there. Core Temp will be pre-installed on your system. That is an app you can use just to monitor your CPU temps all the time. And then Furmark and Geekbench will be on there. That's just quick benchmark tests for your GPU and CPU just to make sure they're working okay. And they're megabytes. They don't use any storage at all.
And then just another note with drivers. You don't need to always keep your drivers up to date. Besides like graphics cards.
Yeah.
But like any like BIOS, you don't need to rush and get a BIOS update. Usually update drivers only when you start noticing that there's a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, BIOS update will take care of everything's on the newest BIOS version when it ships out. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, like CPU chipset drivers and all that, we'll update all those. Those, like Brad said, you don't even really need to touch them unless it's an issue. Just since you have an NVIDIA card in here, there will be a pre-installed NVIDIA GeForce Experience app. You should get pop-up. You'll be signed out, so you'll have to sign back into it because we sign in on like a burner account we have. But sign into it, just log in with Google, and every like once or twice a month, they'll do an update. Always keep your graphics card up to date. That's like the only thing you'll really have to have maintenance on when it comes to downloads. So we used to have TeamViewer to remote access. Unfortunately, they changed their plans for that, so we had to get rid of that. We have Microsoft Teams now. We'll just use Teams. We don't have remote access for it, but we do have screen sharing. So if you ever have issues with us, or not with us, but with the computer, we'll hop in there and you can just share your screen and we can still walk you through everything you have to do.
Best way to do that would be like getting a thumb drive. They're cheap enough where you can get like a 500 gigabyte one for like $30 or something. That's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, that, or if you have, I mean, if you're just transferring over games, that's really simple. I wouldn't do a full system transfer because you don't want drivers from an old system on a new system. But if you're just doing games, yeah, just move them over to like that, or you can get like an external hard drive and swap them over that way. But with new SSDs and newer CPUs, that alone, because the read-write speeds of SSDs now are so much faster than old hard drives, even download speeds are going to be faster. So if you have to just re-download some of your games, trust me, dude, they'll take no time at all, especially if you have good internet. Yep.
Like, I love that I can download a 70 gigabyte game and it takes like 20 minutes, not even 20.
Not even.
Yeah.
It's like
it depends. It depends how many bastards are on Steam downloading the same game.
But yeah, once you get gig internet, like, oh, nice heaven.
But
you don't have to worry about it.
PC is all set up. It is closing time, almost closing time. So unfortunately, it won't be shipped out today, but this will be programmed and shipped out tomorrow. So keep an eye on your email, and you should get the tracking number and everything by end of the day tomorrow.
Yep.
So all we gotta do is hand this over to Kev and get it programmed and ready to go.
Oh, you're good. You're good. C60. That's what we're here for, man. There's no dumb question. Well,
no, dude.
Maybe there's some, but
no. None
of yours were.
Yeah, none of yours are dumb. Trust me. I've done tech support a few times here, and I still think only time I've ever had not a question, but something actually kill my brain cells was at GameStop. I don't know if I told you this story, but it was we were setting up for it was Call of Duty World War II. That one.
Okay.
Dude, this is just a funny story I have to tell Brad before we close off. If you want to talk about dumb questions or just dumb customer mindsets, this dude walked in, wasn't like an old man. He was like 35. Like he was relatively young still.
Yeah.
And he walked in and he's like, "Can I get Call of Duty World War II on PS3?" And this was the first Call of Duty that was next gen only. And
Yeah.
I told him, unfortunately, man, they actually like updated the engine. I didn't know what the fuck they did to it, but like it's like they updated everything, graphics, all that's completely overhauled for the first time in a long time. So this one is only going to be on PS4. And he just looks me dead in the eye. He's like, "That's just some bullshit advertisement." And I was just like taken back. I was like, "What?
What?
What?" He's like, "What does that even mean?" And I was like, I just told him like, better graphics, more assets, higher resolution textures. I was like, they just need more powerful hardware. And he's like, "This is so dumb. PS3 could play Blu-ray, which means it can play anything." And he walks out. And I was like, "What?" And I was stunned, dude. I got flashbanged. I was just sitting there like, "What?" Yeah, it was like PS4 and PS3 are both Blu-ray, so there's no way it can't play it. You just walk that. Yeah, I'm like, that's how it works. You nailed it, dude. You nailed it. That is how it works.
That's
And
amazing.
it's just, there's a limit on hydrating. No, there's no limit on hydrating. It's just that Monday I literally went through like 3 water bottles.
No, I think there is a limit. 'Cause you can't.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, it's out of stock. At a
I
certain
mean,
point,
I'll drink anyways. I gotta finish this guy before I go home.
Oh. Oops.
You did it to me, Brad?
Oops.
Come on, dude. But yeah, that dude was the dumbest thing I've ever had to deal with.
The recommended
Nothing's gonna
amount-
top it.
The recommended amount of water from doctors is 10. So
Like 4.
they're doing you a favor.
4.
4?
4. Because I think the daily limit,
I think it's
daily healthy limit is 2 ounces. Or 2 liters. 2 liters is like the daily healthy limit. And
I think
2
it's
water
6.
bottles is 1 liter.
Let's see.
I believe. I could be dumber than that guy I was just talking about, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, 6 to 7 ounces.
Huh?
Yeah, I was right. Well, it's half a gallon.
Is 2 liters?
Yeah,
Yeah. But how many ounces is that?
67.
67? And an average water bottle is what? Like 16 to 20?
17.
17?
17 ounces. Well, it doesn't matter because it's
So 4.5 water bottles.
well, you said because those are 500 mLs. So you were right with 4.
Yeah.
So that's 2 liters.
Yeah. Thank you. 4 water bottles a day. I go through like
I drink,
yeah.
I drink like 8. It's all depending on your body weight, anyways.
Well, back when I used to not be fat, I had to drink like 5 a day, or 5 liters a day
Oh shit!
to keep my muscles hydrated.
Keep them from drying up.
Yeah. Well, I'd go to the gym for like 4 hours, 5 hours a day.
Jesus Christ, dude.
On like days off. Days I worked, I'd go there for like 2 hours. You lose track of time.
Monster. All right. Yeah. So we'll be back Friday with another build. Yeah.
But yeah,
See you guys Friday.
yeah. We'll see you guys Friday. Thank you for joining in the chat. Thank you for asking questions. Again, yeah, no dumb questions. Don't know what Friday. Oh, no. We have to do the giveaway specs.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
Giveaway
about
specs,
Giveaway
guys.
specs, yeah.
Totally forgot.
So the giveaway. I'm gonna update the
You
website.
got this, Brad. I'm going to get this ready for Kev.
Yeah.
Brad will go over the giveaway. Thank you so much for joining in. Hope you like your PC when it comes in.
It's gonna be an i9 12900K. Placed on a ROG Strix Z690 E gaming. The cooler is going to be the Galahad LCD 280. So it's going to be a 2-fan radiator. Let's see, we got 48 gigabyte Fury Renegade DDR5 6400 speed, 2 terabytes from Kingston KC3000. It's gonna be decked out with Lean Lead Unifans, Unifan AL V2s, and it's gonna have a 3080 Ti with a 850 watt power supply, and then the case is the 011 Mini with the Black Flag art, custom hand painted by Matt Coleraine, the Aussie himself. So those are the specs, and yeah, I'll get that updated on the giveaway website so everyone knows. And yeah, we'll see you guys Friday. See you guys.